Ever wonder why some guys barely try and still manage to get stuck in a woman's head like a catchy song? It's not just their looks or even their confidence, it's how they talk to her. More specifically, it's what they call her. Words can sneak past a woman's logical mind and land straight in her emotional core, especially when those words come in the form of unique, emotionally charged nicknames. And I'm not talking about the overused stuff like babe or cutie. Those belong to every average Joe out there. I'm talking about something deeper, more psychological, the kind of nickname that makes her stop for a second, smile to herself, and feel just a little more connected to you than anyone else. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 forbidden nicknames, ones that most guys don't even think to use, that trigger emotional curiosity, playful attraction, and even obsession when used the right way. These are names that carry subtle emotional weight. Names that don't just label her, but redefine how she sees herself when she's around you. And the best part? Each one taps into a different part of her subconscious, from her desire for excitement, to her need to be seen as special, to that confusing but addictive mix of irritation and attraction that keeps her thinking about you when she should be working. This isn't just about being clever with words. It's about creating a feeling. If you've ever wanted to leave a lasting impression, to make her randomly smile when your name pops up on her phone, or to be the guy she can't quite figure out but can't stop talking to, then stay right here, because the nicknames I'm about to show you can do exactly that. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the most deceptively simple, yet emotionally charged nicknames you can ever use on a woman: trouble. At first glance, it sounds playful, maybe even a little cheesy, but when you use it with the right tone and timing, it plants a seed in her mind that keeps growing every time she hears it. When you call her trouble, you're not just teasing her. You're giving her a new identity, one that's wrapped in playful tension and low-key seduction. You're saying, "You stir something in me, and I like it," without ever having to say those exact words. It flips the dynamic in a way that makes her feel mischievously powerful, but only in relation to you. And that's what makes it work. It's not a generic compliment. It's a private label. You're telling her she has an effect on you that's hard to ignore, like she's the kind of chaos you secretly crave. The magic happens when you don't use it every time you talk to her. Sprinkle it in at just the right moments, maybe when she playfully argues with you, or when she shows up looking a little too good, or even when she flirts back in a way that catches you off guard. Say it with a grin, like you know something she doesn't. You're trouble. That's it. 3 words, delivered like an inside joke that only the two of you are in on. It taps into a primal desire for excitement, for being seen as dangerous, different, and hard to forget. It creates a low-stakes tension that's actually fun for her to play into. And once she starts responding with a smirk or a sarcastic "oh really," you've already won. Psychologically, this works because it engages what psychologists call emotional labeling. You're not just giving her a nickname, you're branding a feeling. Every time she thinks about you, this emotional label sticks. The guy who saw through her good girl smile and called her what she secretly hoped someone would: a little dangerous, a little irresistible. And the beauty is, it leaves her wondering what else you see. That curiosity, that need to figure out how much you mean what you say, that's what keeps you on her mind longer than any compliment ever could. Now let's talk about a nickname that's a little riskier, but when used with the right swagger, becomes absolutely magnetic: Heartbreaker. This one works on a completely different level than trouble. It flatters her, yes, but more importantly, it challenges her. You're acknowledging her allure, her effect on people, but with a sly confidence that says you're not afraid of it. And that's the key. It's not just what you call her, it's the frame you hold while doing it. Most guys fall over themselves to win her over, to be nice, to compliment her into submission. But when you casually look at her, smirk, and say, "You're such a heartbreaker," you know that. You flip the script. Suddenly, she's the one being observed, studied, and gently accused, and that makes you stand out. This nickname taps into a deep part of feminine psychology, the desire to feel desired and mysterious at the same time. Heartbreaker plays on that duality. It implies that she's captivating and dangerous, without you being bitter or resentful about it. It paints her as powerful, but also leaves a door open because the subtext is clear. You could break hearts, but I'm not so easily broken. That confidence, that subtle, I see you, but I'm not falling for you just yet energy drives her crazy in the best way. And it only works if your delivery is calm, almost amused. Don't sound hurt. Don't sound jealous. Say it like you're in on the joke, like you've already made peace with how magnetic she is. What's even more interesting is how this name activates something called intrigue bias. The moment she senses that you're labeling her as something powerful, but doing it from a place of nonchalance, she becomes curious about you. Why are you not reacting the way other guys do? Why aren't you chasing her? It's reverse psychology at its finest. Heartbreaker is not a compliment, it's a mirror. It shows her how you see her and dares her to live up to it, or prove you wrong. Either way, she's thinking about you, not the other way around. And that's exactly where you want to be. Now this next one. It's not for the faint of heart. My favorite headache is the most playful, dangerous, and emotionally layered nickname on this list, and when used with precision, it can be absolutely irresistible. It's built on contradiction, and that's exactly why it works. You're telling her that she drives you crazy, but in a way you secretly enjoy. It's flirtation disguised as mock frustration. And that emotional push-pull? It creates the perfect cocktail of confusion and curiosity in her mind. It makes her wonder, wait, am I annoying him, or is he into me? And the truth is both. And that's what keeps her coming back for more. You want to drop this line during moments when there's already chemistry after a playful argument, during a teasing back and forth, or right when she's doing that one thing you pretend to hate, but secretly love. Look at her, shake your head, let out that fake sigh, and go, you are seriously my favorite headache. The key is in the delivery. It's not meant to be sarcastic or mean, it's meant to be endearing with a touch of exaggerated exasperation. You're telling her she's a handful, but she's your handful. This line sticks because it makes her feel like she's affecting you emotionally, but without you losing control. It signals closeness, like you've reached a level where you can playfully complain about her without actually wanting her to stop. From a psychological standpoint, this taps directly into the intermittent reward system, the same mechanism that makes people addicted to gambling or scrolling endlessly on social media. When your emotional signals are warm one moment and teasing the next, it creates a loop in her brain. What does he really feel? What does that mean? And instead of pushing her away, it pulls her in. She laughs, maybe rolls her eyes, but somewhere in the back of her mind, she's processing. She's wondering why she likes being your favorite headache. And that tiny crack in her emotional armor? That's where obsession starts. So there you have it, trouble, heartbreaker, and my favorite headache. 3 nicknames that sound innocent on the surface, but are loaded with emotional cues that bypass logic and go straight to her subconscious. When you use these names the right way with timing, tone, and a bit of that confident charm, you're not just calling her something cute. You're crafting a private emotional language that only exists between you and her. That's what creates attachment. That's what keeps her replaying conversations in her head and checking her phone just to see your name pop up. If you've ever wanted to stand out from every other guy she talks to, these aren't just words, they're tools. Use them right, and she won't just like you, she'll feel magnetically drawn to you in ways she won't even fully understand. Now, I'm curious, which one are you going to try first? Drop it in the comments below. I read every one of them. And hey, if you want to take this even further, in the next video, I'm going to show you 3 text messages that pair perfectly with these nicknames and make her think about you before she falls asleep. Make sure you're follow and subscribed so you don't miss that, because this is just the beginning.